Alright guys, so let's talk about driving schools. And in my previous video I talked about choosing a driving school to become a truck driver. So I'm just gonna go with my experience, driving school I went to. So man, it's called Roadmaster. Really good school, I recommend it to anybody to go there. I never had an issue with a company trying to that I'm trying to get into, to get hired. I mentioned Roadmaster. They're like, "Oh, that's great. We like that." So I will recommend it because of that. It is a good school to go to. I mean, they're pretty much all gonna be the same. This one's got really good equipment. My experience was great. So what to expect? How to do it. You call them, uh, get into their website or Google Roadmasters driving schools. They got a bunch of locations all over the country, so they're gonna try to hook you up with the one that's next to you, the closest to you. I will say, well, so basically, get a loan with them. You can get a student loan or paid off right away. Depends where you're at. It's gonna be from $7,000 to $8,000. They will they will house you. They'll put you in a hotel room, and they'll have a someone picking you back and forth from the place, or you can drive there in your own car, and you can drive yourself to the places. But I seen a lot of people that did. They put you on a bus. Okay, so they'll pay for that. All right. So I'll recommend for you guys not to bring a lot of stuff. Don't bring a lot of stuff. You're not gonna need a lot of stuff. It's only 2 weeks. Just bring the necessary stuff. Like plenty underwears and stuff, plenty socks, whatever, change of clothing, for a couple of weeks. But don't bring a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of people carrying 3, 4 duffel bags full of stuff. You're not gonna need that. So make it simple. Okay, make it practical. So yeah, and what to expect? You're gonna be in the classroom for a little bit. Like I said before going there, get your permit. Get your permit. Don't wait to get there without the permit and then get the permit there. So get your permit there before you go there. Then you're gonna be in the classroom for a little bit. They're gonna explain to you what you're gonna be doing outside. Then you're gonna go outside in the yard, and you're gonna practice backing maneuvers and things like that. The first thing you wanna they're gonna make you do is study for the pre-trip. So there's like 300 something parts in the truck that you need to study. They're gonna provide yourself with a paper for you to study and learn all the parts, and you're gonna be practicing with the instructor. Basically, he's gonna walk you around doing exactly what the test will be. So you're gonna practice it for a while until you pass that. All right, you're gonna pass that test with them. Then you go into the back of maneuvers. You're gonna pass that test with them too. Do the back of maneuvers, and then as you do the back of maneuvers, at the same time you are going out doing driving tests. So driving around in the highway, driving around town, so you get familiar driving the truck, right? So, anyways, you gotta pass all those 3 tests with them, and then your hours will be up, and they'll tell you you're ready to go take your test. You're the real deal, all right? They'll take you there with a semi truck, because that's what they're there for. They provide a semi truck for you to pass this test. Um, Once you get there, you'll have a pre-trip test with the DOT officer, and it depends. They can give you just the front of the truck and the inside. Obviously, they're always gonna give you the inside inspection, interior. So, and then they can give you just the front of the truck. They can just give you the back of the truck only, uh, and couplings with the trailer. All right, or they can just give you the whole thing. So it's randomly. The computer chooses that randomly for you. So you need to study the whole thing. All right. All right, and after that, you're gonna do the backing maneuvers. You have 12 points. Every mess up you do, it's gonna cost you 2 points. So try not to mess up too much. And then you're gonna go do, after you pass that, you do the road test. So if you don't pass the pre-trip, you won't go to the next level, which is the backing maneuvers. And if you don't pass backing maneuvers, you won't go to the next level, which is the road test. So guys, I mean, don't stress out. I mean, and it is stressful. So don't do it. If you don't pass the first time, you don't pass the first time. Roadmaster, I think it gives you like 4 tries. I don't know how it is now. I'm talking about 2018 when I did it. So I don't know now, but I failed it 3 times. I failed it 3 times. So it was raining really hard when I did it, and it was inhaling too. And the next time I did it again, I failed. All right, and the third time I passed it. So you just gotta practice. The only thing I will say, the Roadmaster schools, they get packed with a lot of students, and you have to wait your turn a long time to get on that truck. So that's like my complaints about that. I waited a long time to get on the truck. Um, yeah, and it sucks when you only practice it maybe a couple times, 3 times a day. Like you're gonna be there for 9 hours, so you can imagine how many students they got there. They make you wait in a line out, and they tell you, well, you can watch too, and you learn by watching. But you can only learn so much by watching. You gotta do it yourself, okay? And it's your turn. Everybody's watching, so if you get like stage fright type of deal, like when you're like a little scared because people are watching you, it's gonna be a tough one because everybody watches you here. And even when you go out here on the road, in the real deal, the truck drivers sit there. They sit there. They watch you. They can make fun of you. Uh, you know, some don't get me wrong. A lot of them do help though. They come down and they're trying to help you. Backing up and to see what you can do. But some of them don't care, and they don't have to help you. I try to help as much as I can. I try to help people, man. Because I was there before. And I mean, I've only been driving for not too long, so I mean, I'm gonna consider myself a rookie. I mean, I can back up pretty good now. So, but I was really bad. I was really bad at backing up. Okay, so Roadmaster, definitely a good school. Like I said, you're gonna do a lot of ground school there. You're gonna learn how to do a logbook, okay? And you need to know how to load your hours on the logbook. And basically, you have to keep track of your hours on the logbook because that will show that you actually did the hours requirement by the DOT for the school, which is the training, the truck driving thing, training stuff. So yeah, you're gonna have to record it in a logbook. And once you graduated, once you pass the school and you pass the test, and you get your CDL, they give you a diploma, which is really cool, and the average, and all the points you did. So in each test, you get to 100 points. So you gotta get over 80 something like that to pass it. Um, so they will provide with that. That's pretty awesome when they do that. Once you get your CDL, let's see, you're not in your state, you're in a different state. There was not a Roadmaster where you live, unfortunately. So they will give you a temporary paper, and with that, you can go back to your state once you're done. Roadmaster will provide with transportation again if they're the ones that took you there. So they take you back home, and once you're there, you go to your local DMV, and you go ahead and get your real deal. You apply for a CDL. You don't have to redo the test or anything like that. You passed it already. It's just that you need to get your license where you're from. The state you are residing, where you live. Once that happens, um, you know, you're gonna go out. They're gonna give you a temporary license. It's gonna take a while to get in the mail. So it's just a little piece of paper with your picture on, um, laminate it. Keep it safe. Because after you're done with Roadmaster, you're gonna apply to work for a company. They're offer, like I said, they work with Warner mostly, um, but they do have Warner, West. What is that? U.S. Express, okay, and Covenant Drive. I'm not sure right now. if they have any other companies that you can get into with them. But those are the main companies you can get in, and just choose one, or no, don't choose any. You can go home and you can go to work for any other company. All right. So if you want to go home and work local, that's gonna be kind of tough to do because you don't have any experience in it. So it's gonna be hard for those guys to hire you. I think times change though, so they need a lot of drivers. So that you may get lucky right now to actually do that, to actually get a local job. So look, I'll recommend you guys to do the OTR first. Don't be afraid to be out on the road. You're gonna learn a lot. You need to learn how to do OTR. I mean, it's fun. This is what we do. I mean, if it's something you guys don't want to do, that's okay. Don't do it. Don't by any means. Don't do anything you don't want to do. Don't do that. Don't let people tell you, oh, you gotta do this, oh, you gotta do that. Don't do stuff like that. Okay. So do what you want to do always in life. What I did, I went with Covenant Drive. I'm telling you my experience. I went with Covenant Transport. I'm sorry, and they require you to have a teammate. I had a good time. I really did. I was lucky to find a good teammate there, and you know, it was cool. So if you ever watch this video, Steven, thank you, brother. You helped me a lot. He did. He had 5 years experience, and he helped me a lot. When you're out there, it's scary by yourself. It is scary. So he helped me back up. He helped me in low situations, and he gave me some good tips to go to work. But it was time to move on from Covenant Transport. They promised so much money, and then after that, they didn't. So it was not just for me. You might go there and you like it. So I'm not gonna start talking crap about it. I just, it was time to go out and get out of Covenant Transport. I didn't like it anymore, and I wanted to make more money. So I went to a company called Eagle KMC. They pull freight for Warner, and they're an owner operator company, which was great. They gave me my own truck, and I had to do all the rotation for Warner. So I was basically allowed to go. I wasn't a Warner employee. I was an Eagle KMC employee, but since they only work with Warner, pulling their freight and their trailers, I was allowed to go to all the facilities, carry a Warner ID and things like that, and use all the Warner benefits. So that was pretty cool. So, but being an owner up there was great. Even though I was a company driver, I had owner up privilege. So I was making good. That was when I made my first nice paycheck. It was $1,800 a week. That was good money, and I recommend the company to anybody. It's called Eagle KMC. Google it. They're from Arizona, and they're a small business. They got over 100 something trucks, and they're great, great people, great staff. So that was awesome. That was awesome working for them. So you don't have to go straight from Warner. You can be there, and then because they're a sister company from Warner, you guys can go from the Roadmaster and apply to go to Warner and say I want to go to Eagle instead, and you can go ahead and train with the Eagle guy, Eagle trainer, and apply with Eagle instead of Warner because it's the same. You're gonna do the Warner orientation and you're gonna do all the Warner stuff. It's just that you don't work for them. Okay, you work for Eagle KMC, and they pay a little less money, guys. I started with 48 cents a mile. I don't know what they pay now, and uh, the thing is, they give you miles. They give you miles. That's what you need in this industry. You need miles because you start working as a company drivers. They pay you by the mile. Okay, so you need the miles. So they gave me 3,000 miles a week, or a little bit over that. That's a lot. When you're a new driver, that's a lot of miles. But when you get used to it, and you make good money, and it was always consistent. It didn't drop down. Okay, so KMC, Eagle KMC. Instead, Warner, we're only gonna give you. It's only gonna give you 1,400 miles a week. You're not gonna make good money there. It's a good company though. It's a really good company. So it all depends how much you want to make. It all depends what you want. All right. So we can talk more about this in another video, and I will keep explaining to you the beginning of the trucking industry, and then keep telling you my story. Thank you guys. Hey, like and subscribe, please.